What's going on, internet? How you doing today? My name is Marko.
My name is Yesenia.
And we got a question to ask you. Y'all see some?
Because we seen some this week.
Yes. So in this series, Yesenia and I are going to be watching movies and giving each other movies to watch. And then afterwards, we are going to come and film it and tell you how we felt about it. Yeah, because, not enough of that.
Right.
On the internet.
Not enough of two colored people with glasses.
With glasses.
On the internet.
So that's what this show should have been called. But it's not. But just to start things off, because this is our very first episode, I got a little gift. I got a gift. I got a gift first for our camera producer, videographer,
Shouts.
Winny Rivas. If you don't, I got Winny this beautiful dollar store beret because I saw it and I was like, that looks like Winny. So make sure you check out Winny Rivas Photos. Winny Rivas Photos is the name of her company. She's a great photographer here in Orlando. So product placement for her. Maybe she'll.
Stop. She's so cute.
So there you go, Winny.
Oh, I love that it frisbeed.
And then for you, see, here's the thing. You know how I always say we don't dress alike enough? I got us matching.
Oh my god.
Shawls. Because where we work, it gets really cold.
It does.
So
Marko is so thoughtful.
You can never have enough women's shawls. We're not going to wear this during the show.
And Winnie's wearing her.
Wearing her beret right now. So thank you, inaugural event.
Oh,
but I'm not
Marko,
wearing this right now because I'm wearing my shoe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because it's real hot.
Yeah, it's warm in here. In the studio.
It's a little warm in
the studio.
Florida. Studio, right?
So this week, I'm going to put it over here. So you want to hold on to it? That's okay. You do what you want. So this first movie that we watched is a movie that I chose, a movie from my childhood. And Yesenia, can you tell the world what you thought when I said the name of this movie?
Oh, right. So I thought that it was going to be like a...
Oh, the movie's called Camp Nowhere.
What do you think when you hear Camp Nowhere? I was like, oh, cabin in the woods, serial killer, suspense. Spoiler, it's none of those things.
Most normal children.
Well, it was still in the woods. I think maybe that's about the only part that I got right.
That's true.
But there was no deaths. So that's good.
Yeah.
Because it is a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're not shy about deaths.
It's true.
They be killing off parents left and right.
Most Disney princesses.
No parents.
So we are going to watch. We're not going to sit here and make you watch us watch the whole movie because we've watched it beforehand. But we are going to play the movie and we're going to talk about it. And so I hope you guys are ready for this.
Yes.
You ready for this, girl?
Yeah, I think I am.
I'm ready for this. Let's do it. Okay, first of all, while this is playing, the intro to this, what do you think of it?
Hold on, let's start because...
Okay.
Hold on. Right, I remember.
You're probably hearing it really loud right now.
This is real 90s.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop that.
Real
because
blast of the past.
Super obnoxious. While I'm watching it at home as 30-year-old Marko, I'm like, no, this needs to stop. So I fast forward.
Okay.
Just
so
like
in the beginning, the kids all hype.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They got the little hit music.
So in the first scene, we see little Mutt.
That's right.
Who
says computers have to
the main character's nickname is Mutt for I think reasons that were never really explained. I don't think we ever got the background on why his name was Mutt. I thought it was really funny that the camp was called Microchippewa. I was like, no, they did not. No, they did not. And also, I don't know if that was a normal thing, but like with summer camp, people just come into your house and talk to you about camps. Because I was like, no, I could do with just a video.
Yeah,
that's all right. Like,
so
I don't need more than that.
Did they come to your house? This was early 90s, right? 94, 92, 94, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and your girl is Spanish. I didn't go to no summer camp a day of my life.
We didn't have no money.
What is a summer camp?
We didn't have no money.
Yeah.
You want to know what? Because of this movie, I asked my mom, I said, Mom.
Oh, no.
My Mexican-American mother.
Oh, no.
Mom, can I go to camp?
She said, camp's in the kitchen, boy. You better go wash the dishes.
Your girl said,
Stop playing.
your girl,
She was like, el qué? Un camp.
un camp. You
know
don't
how
have
many,
no money for that.
you know how many times I've been
Nonsense.
asked about like space camp? I love space. And I'm like, no. I don't even know like where I would have found that. Anyway.
Yeah, seriously.
Micro Chippewa.
Micro Chippewa.
So I know they did not. But it reminds me of the Addams Family. Like, I don't know if it was a play off of that. I don't know which one came first. But the Addams Family values, they go to a Camp Chippewa. So I don't know.
That's the better one. That's the better movie. Addams Family Values.
It's really good.
It's
I
better
love
than
that
the
movie.
first. I don't care what you say.
Oh, like in terms of Addams Family.
Yeah.
I guess we'll continue this conversation at another time.
So Mud goes to school, and you find out the school bully, who is played by Andrew Keegan, who was one of the biggest deals in 90
I
something.
feel like he looks really familiar. What else has he been in?
He
So
was
I can
in-
look it up.
I mean, the only thing I can remember is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay.
He was like the bully. Like, he was a bully. in
Spoiler, I
this.
haven't seen that movie either, so
Was
that's
it
probably one I'm
10
missing in the future.
Yes, it was. Yes. So, but Mud is actually friends with him, but the bully pretends. So Mud and his friends decide they're going to hire an actor, an old drama teacher, to
Let me tell y'all,
to
the plot
fake
in this movie.
what?
Well, I was like, what? No. So he was an old drama teacher
Mm-hmm.
who got fired
Mm.
because he's a con artist.
Well, they're children.
I mean,
What do they know?
I guess. And he's
Children are
selling cheese at the mall. And so Mud is like, you know who's the perfect person to help me get away with these shenanigans? That respectable cheese salesman.
The cheese salesman.
The cheese and it's like cheese product. It's not.
It's not real cheese.
I thought you were
But
real cheese.
here's the thing: Christopher Lloyd in this movie is strangely charismatic. Don't
Wait,
you-
excuse me. He's always charismatic. I love
No,
Christopher
but I mean,
Lloyd.
like, especially in this movie, I feel like there was something, and maybe it's because it's a kids' movie. They want, like, it was for me. It was that. It was like, I trust this guy, even though really shouldn't.
I did not. No.
Really shouldn't.
From the beginning, I was like, shady.
Shady, shady,
Oh,
shady,
and then
shady.
when they go find him, he lives in a trailer.
Oh yes, we have to watch it. See. Okay,
Oh,
so
he's like a fish.
can I tell you? We were talking about the money, like how much it costs to go to camp, right? How much does the dad say the camp costs? He says,
$3,000. Because I think he said
wasn't it 5?
maybe it was 5. I don't know.
Whatever it is,
was
3,000, 5,000.
$3,000 to $5,000
Every summer.
for the summer.
Every summer they do.
Because I remember him saying, he's like, oh, don't you think I would rather
It's a
do
lot
something
more.
else
Yeah.
with my $3,000? And then Mud is like, yeah, me too. I'm like, excuse me, $3,000. Yeah, he's a little smart. He got a little smart mouth.
So the answer is don't tell your children how much you're spending on them.
$3,000, baby.
So yeah, they go to where Mr. Cheese, what is his name? Oh,
Dennis Van Wilker.
oh my god. Good for you.
Can you tell? I just watched.
Just watched last night.
Anyway.
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
And then I'm like, okay, like why I know Christopher Lloyd always has to be extra, but this is like a little too, like he is brushing his teeth at the door,
Yes.
and then he brushes the hinge,
The hinge
on
of the door to clean the
He
door.
says low
Low
carbon
carbon
content
content.
and puts the toothbrush
Right.
back in his mouth. And at that moment, I would have been like, y'all, we need to go. This man crazy. We do not.
Oh my gosh. So yeah,
Y'all need to go and run far.
And then-
fast.
and then he's being followed by a guy who's looking for money from him, and
Because Van Walker Van Walker made 5 out of the 20 payments he was supposed to be on his car.
on his car.
They cannot find what Van Walker. Dude's out here repo.
And then
Just listen. Just all type of food. Oh, and then
can we talk about this outfit?
this was a wild ride for the first 10 minutes of this movie. Let me tell you. I don't know what I was expecting.
His his pajama over coveralls.
It's like a
onesie.
and fake teeth.
Oh, it's just it's a hot mess, but it's a nice 90s hot mess. Like this is what movies were about when we were kids. Right?
Strange men in onesies.
We're gonna skip forward a little bit and go to everybody in school finds out about this. So everybody in school goes to camp.
Wait. I don't think we explained. Did we explain what happened?
Oh.
So micro Chippewa, right? And then I think the kids were talking about like they were on their way home.
Yeah.
They were talking about they're sending this girl to fat camp who's not fat. Trust me, from someone who knows what fat feels like.
She is.
I was like,
fat.
ma'am, no, she's fine. Y'all need to be sending this girl to no fat camp.
She's beautiful.
So they're sending her to fat camp. The other girl apparently does not want to be an actress, whatever. So Mud is like, hold up, what if we just take all this money and we come up with a camp? And then that's why they needed Van Volker.
Are you that type of friend?
What type of friend?
Like, if this was your life, if you were Mud, would you be like...
Oh, yeah, I'd be down. I would have been.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, Mud, let's do it, baby.
You identify with Mud.
Oh, I guess so. I think he could be a little geekier for him to really hit home with me here.
Okay.
But I don't think he was as geeky. I mean, he's friends with like two of the coolest kids in the school, right?
Yeah.
So he ain't really that geeky.
Can I tell you how much I love that? Because we all go through the thing where like you go through when you get to middle school, like everybody starts getting into their places, right?
Right.
And for me, this kind of helped me deal with that because it was like, we could still be friends. We're not, but we could. And if you guys all watched Camp Nowhere, we could just be friends on the down level.
So you did actually watch this as a kid?
Oh,
like the first time you watched this?
100% of the time.
Because I think I saw that it came out like 94?
Yeah,
95? Okay, no, I'm just saying. But you saw it, like, when you actually saw it at that time.
I saw it at that time.
Oh,
My
okay.
little sister had the hugest crush on Jonathan
Jackson?
Biggest crush. And he's a sweet little boy. And he was in Nashville, the Nashville series. Because he and his brother had a band. They sang.
Oh, that's
His
cute.
brother is Richard Jackson, who is in Saved by the Bell, the new class. So many things I remember about this because my sister was in love. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, little kid opens a suitcase and there's a bunch of Playboy magazines in there.
Yeah.
I said, hold up, these kids are out here with Playboy magazines
wilding out.
unsupervised for 8 weeks, wilding out.
But you know what? If I had me some $3,000 from my parents and I duped them into letting me go to my other camp, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And one of those things would be what homegirl has a full kitchen in her room, and I would just be eating everything in sight because.
Listen here. So they got like 20 kids. Each of them got $3,000. Y'all do the math. They done rented some old hippie, I don't know what, commune. And
to be fair, it was a camp of some kind at some point.
oh, okay.
Then the
Okay.
hippies bought it
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and turned it into it.
Well, they rent out this hippie commune from some old man who was like, okay, y'all got money, so let's go. And now they're just here. I was like, hold up, for real? And then I thought at least they were going to try to like fake like an actual camp. Like maybe they were going to ask him, like Ben Walker, to do a drama camp. Yeah, no, that's not. They were just out here bug wild. I was like, what?
Throwing nuts. And then Mutt's got the money in his shoe, in his wallet, and then like everybody takes the money.
And he's like,
so what question? You're here.
mm-hmm.
You want your money. Money, Mud. Money, Mud.
Money, Mud.
Money, Mud. You have to watch the movie to know what that
Money,
means.
Mud.
What would you do with your money?
Put it over here. I was a practical child.
Save it for a rainy day.
No, I mean, just like, I gotta eat for 8 weeks. There's nobody out here.
That was you when you were.
That was so
13?
when Mud was saying that, I was like, thank you, the voice of reason.
So you are
the
Mud.
only one. It's like he's the only one that's like, excuse me, we gotta be out here for 8 weeks, y'all. And the kid. So they're at the camp now. I think it's like their first night there.
Yeah, first night.
So they're doing the ritual.
cello.
The cello.
They throw all their stuff in the fire. Somebody says,
Homie threw a whole cello.
in the fire.
My heart was like, oh my goodness. He could have made a smaller statement. Just throw in the sheet music.
Yeah,
You ain't have to
there
throw
you
in the
go.
whole cello.
But this just shows that childhood desire to just do whatever you want to do. Like,
They sure did.
you can't tell me to go to this music camp and learn to play this expensive instrument that is 2 feet taller than the kid is himself, which I think is hilarious.
He's a little tiny.
I'm gonna throw it into this fire. The 90s were different. We had money back then. The
You're
world
right.
had money.
You could just throw a cello. It wasn't a problem.
Especially if your mom and dad, if you're,
Y'all See Summ.
so Mud gets hurt because they are wilding out, right? Going nuts. Fireworks, 4th of
So
July.
I think fireworks were illegal because they mentioned more than once, like, he mentioned in his letter to his parents, because they were faking letters home every week.
Oh, they had to fake
because
it.
they had to keep up the facade. That was Mud's idea. Man, my boy, look, he had all of them covered. Anyway, so he says in his letter to his parents, "Don't worry, we're not doing anything firework related. We're just doing computer stuff." Because remember, he's not at Micro Chippewa, but Lloyd pretended to be a representative from another computer camp.
So he goes to the doctor because he gets burned.
Yes.
And who's the doctor? Do you know who the actress
Yeah,
is?
of course. As soon as I saw her, the nun from
His sister Mary Roberts.
Yes, from Sister Act.
Sister Act. Who another movie, which the second movie is better than the first. No.
I like them both.
Lord, we adore thee.
Is that I like them both.
I do too.
The first real young and respond. Look at these kids.
Dr. Sister Mary Roberts just realized. Dr. Sister, I love that.
Dr. Sister
She
Mary
just
Roberts.
realized that the kids are running wild because she sees Mud as she's passing by the camp. It's great. She sees Mud and then she confronts Christopher Lloyd, fake dad. Then, remember what happens here.
Oh my God.
There was not supposed to be a Parents' Day.
There was not.
That was the thing, because I guess every camp has a Parents' Day where the parents come and see what you do.
Yeah, they did it in Adams Summer Valleys, remember? Because they did the play. The parents came to see the play, the Thanksgiving pageant thing.
Yes, okay. Favorite line from that? What is it, like the mom sees the boy as one of the Native American characters, and she goes, $6,000 to send him to camp, and he's Mr. Woo Woo.
It's so good. It's so good. So good.
Another movie where I say a lot of things.
And that's exactly what this was.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are the dumbest parents. Like, I mean, I guess it comes with the money. You ain't really worried about where your money goes.
It's true.
Because these are, for them to have gotten away with this scam. I mean, it's beautiful. It was a great idea. They essentially decided to put on Parents' Day for all 4 camps that they lied about going to.
Sidebar, all these 20 children go to the same 4 camps.
I mean, first neighborhood. They all know everybody
I
else.
guess.
This small circles, everybody knows everybody
Real
else.
small.
From what I've read about scammers, they choose these little circles where everybody knows everybody else.
Another thing that I do, let me tell you about this. So when Andrew Keegan's dad, Andrew Keegan is the bad boy character who supposed to go to military camp, and his dad comes and he gets his dad in a, what is it called?
Like a foxhole?
Like a foxhole. And then he comes later on to his dad to bring him a sandwich, and he puts dirt in the sandwich and then gives it to his dad. Can I tell you, from that point on, for as long as for a long time, I will check every single sandwich that anybody makes for me. This movie traumatized me
Oh my goodness.
when it comes to sandwiches.
So first of all, it was liverwurst, and then he put dirt on top.
Dirt.
Gross.
So I will check every single sandwich.
I mean, I
Don't
don't
make me a
blame you.
sandwich unless you're ready for me to go.
Now I know to present it to you for inspection.
Yeah.
Before you
Just give me the pieces. I'll make the sandwich
eat
myself.
it.
Just give me the pieces.
Gotcha.
Okay? All right.
Excuse me. That's the lady from Star Trek Voyager.
Theater girl's mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I believe that's the only place where I can place her.
This
But
whole ending sequence is just beautiful. When the parents.
it was. I really like they had all this coordination. They were changing the signs. They had a board. They were like, okay, theater parents, check. We're done with these boys. Bring in the computer parents.
Mhm.
Stagger the time. Mud is just his brain.
He's a genius.
His brain is a genius.
Mud is a genius. So what we need to see is Camp Nowhere on Netflix, the sequel. Please don't do that to me. If this gets out to Netflix, don't do that to me. Because first of all, they're going to make it super dirty, because that's all anybody ever wants to see these days. And it will ruin me. And also, Jonathan Jackson might need the work. So, I don't know what he's doing.
mom comes in, sees the not fat girl, and she's like, "Oh my god, you lost so much weight!" But she like looks exactly the same, and she's been eating nothing but cake for 8 weeks. So, just further cementing, she was not fat.
She wasn't.
She really wasn't.
But
look, there's the dirt scene. You
there's,
just missed
oh,
it.
Dad just ate the dirt sandwich.
Oh god, it's so gross.
And then he's like,
just throws it out.
Yeah, so Dad, so not fat girl, in the beginning of the movie is wearing like bulkier clothing. And then when mom finally sees her, she's wearing a dress. She's got something tied around her waist. So she looks very narrow.
I don't think I noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I noticed that too because, I mean, as a little fat kid myself, I was like, fat? She ain't fat. And then at the end, they're like, I was like, oh.
That guy also looks really familiar.
Yes.
Where is he from?
So Mud's dad, I can't remember his name. I looked it up afterwards. He's a pretty famous actor, and I can't remember. But what I love about him, love, is first of all, he's like the geekiest thing in the world. He really is. Just like, you know, your average geek.
He has those
sweaters
with the stripes, but they're like
beautiful
different
sweaters.
materials that are like quilted together.
But also, Mud's mom is a beautiful, blonde,
buxom,
skinny,
I don't
beautiful.
think that's the right word.
Buxom. Doesn't that mean she's like?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I was like. Oh,
I don't know if she is. She could be. They only show her makeup,
right.
But she's like stunning, and I was like, can I tell you? I was like, good for them. You know, she loves Mud's dad. Mud's dad is not unattractive.
I mean, he's not bad looking. He just has bad style.
He's like your
but
classic '90s geek.
Once again, people with money, you can wear whatever you want, and most of the time, people with money, they just be wearing.
As a child,
you can't
though,
tell.
I thought that was the cutest thing. Like, she's this beautiful, you know, she's probably just as smart as he is because I don't feel like Mud's. This is me creating backstory for Mud's family. I don't think Mud's dad.
Since we didn't get any in the movie.
No, we didn't. No, we don't get
anything. I was like, okay, we're calling him Mud, but there's no backstory to that. He's a geek, but only because the script says he needs to be called a geek. Because there's nothing geeky about Mud.
Not until Family Day when he's like, let's check the coordinates.
And that's fake geeky.
It's so fake geeky.
There's that.
Yeah.
His parents would like.
I mean, okay.
The movie's not about that. I get it.
This is candy. The movie is literally just candy.
Just take this.
Just take
this feel good coming of age classic.
And it's adorable. But Mud's dad and mom are cute. They're a cute little family, and it's really nice because Mud gets together with not fat girl who is so beautiful. She's such a cute little thing with the little freckles.
She's cute. They made a little like pact that they wouldn't date. They would only date ex-geeks. Because Mud is sure that he's not going to be a geek anymore at some point in the future. But he's like, okay, we can only date ex-geeks.
So they get found out. Parents find out. Van Welker's about to get taken to jail.
You carted off to jail.
But then,
you kidnapped 20 children, sir.
But then, you know what?
And $60,000.
They all the parents say, we're not pressing charges.
It couldn't happen in this day and age. He would have been sued before they even, I don't even know.
Do you think anything like this could have happened in this day and age though?
I mean, maybe they could have scammed the parents. But like for them to find out that there was an adult involved and for him to not be in jail, under the jail.
I want to see a remake of Camp Nowhere where the children take that $3,000, they get themselves like an apartment somewhere where they can all have their own room and sit on their phone, and they all waste away eating chicken McNuggets.
Where are they gonna find that?
Postmates.
Where are they gonna find that rent at? Because rent's in the sky.
Well, let's tell you.
They're in the sky.
Okay, we know, like, come on.
I know.
Any movie.
I'm just being stupid. Yeah.
Of course.
Because where y'all? How many kids? 20.
That ain't gonna last.
Y'all gonna have to move to like Montana because ain't nowhere else y'all gonna find. Scare me.
They're not doing it in Orlando because price is down here.
Listen, LA, what you paying $3,000 for a studio?
You know, in the town that I live in, I was looking at like possibly buying a house or renting a house. I need to get a second and third job.
And maybe an online one.
And a fourth online job.
Don't sleep.
And no friends.
That's right.
Not that I have any.
Oh, but we're here. Winnie, me.
I know, but you know.
It's for the dramatic effect. Sorry, he has no friends.
Okay, so I think that's that movie. That's the core end of the movie. Oh, Dad tells Mud, you know you're grounded for the next 30 years.
Here's a comic
book. Because Dad didn't want him reading comics.
Because now he accepts Mud for who he is. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you can't act stupid. That was the takeaway from this movie. I'm tired of y'all.
But that's a good takeaway.
I guess. It was, look, I should have watched this as a child. I would have forgiven a lot more. I think as an adult, I was like.
But in today's day and age where everybody has to be so perfect and Instagram all the time.
Tell them, inspirational quote.
I believe that anybody, the smarties, him too, the smarties know that you can be stupid. You don't have to, what's this line again? You don't have to be smart to be stupid. No.
To act stupid.
You can't be smart.
You don't have to.
You know what I mean.
You can be, how did we, I just said it.
You literally just said it, like you said it verbatim.
Yes.
Like you were reading the script. Winnie's holding up the lines to the movie right now. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you can't act stupid.
Wow.
Yes, we got it. So yeah, but it's true, and it's like I think today people are so wanting to be like perfect and everything to be good, and your hair is flawless, and like your life is perfect. That a movie like this is like kind of a breath of fresh air. It's like you're right. Like you can be smart and do stupid things sometimes, and don't do stupid things. I'm not saying it's okay, but if you do, you're a person.
I mean, but I guess in that sense, it is okay because you're just a person.
You're a person.
Stupid stuff happens all the time.
People be stupid.
I got more stories than time to tell you about all the stupid stuff that doesn't happen. We got so many. Oh, he's not gonna listen. Anyway, I feel like I should have maybe watched this movie with Marko in the room because then I might have been a little bit more forgiving. Because at the end, I was like, really?
Do you think we should watch the movie together?
This is what kept him out of jail.
Listen.
No, because then you can when you tell me your point of view, right? Instead of me just watching it, because then we come in, we're gonna have the same opinion. So no, it's better this way. True. Then you tell me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let that one slide. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Because when I was watching it yesterday, I was like, how is this man not in jail?
Were you like every 5 seconds?
No.
It's just like rolling.
There were some genuinely funny, like laugh out loud funny parts that were good. Okay. And I told you, I like the little scene I really liked at the beginning when I thought Mud was going to get beat up. And then it turns out they're friends. So that was great because I didn't see that coming. So there was a couple of laugh out loud moments. Okay. You have to, and I think it's easier as a kid to like ignore, and now as an adult, it's hyper aware to me. I'm like, how you not in jail, sir? Take him to jail. Well, especially he started talking about he was a cult leader to like cover up for them. He's like, I was brainwashing all these kids.
But he's an actor. That's what he does.
Right.
So, 10, 12-year-old Yesenia, would she watch this movie more than once?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And now you, as an adult, would you watch it again?
Yes.
You would?
I would watch it again.
See, because even when I watched it again, I was like, oh, this is good. It's so good. It's bad, but it's so good sometimes. And it's not even like bad, it's just good.
I think like if I was going to pick a coming of age movie, maybe it wouldn't be this one. But and I don't know what I would pick, so I'll get back to you with that.
More of a dramatic thing.
I don't know.
Because I love a good dramatic.
No, it's just I was like, how is this guy not in jail? How did the job really pull this off? There was no showers. I only seen them cook the omelet that one time. Who went shopping for this food? I need these questions answered.
Listen, they got a bunch of toys delivered to them.
Yes, and that I was like, how much money did y'all spend on these super soakers? Seriously. My dad got an amp and a guitar playing on the roof.
No, you didn't get those at a pawn shop.
Yeah, but it was delivered. What pawn shop out here delivering?
It was 1994.
So you had to ignore a lot that's harder to do as an adult.
Yeah,
as a kid, you forgive all those things.
As a kid, it was like, It was just beautiful.
So it was
But
cute.
it's-
It was cute.
Good.
It was cute.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, it was cute.
Okay.
It wasn't because I think you would have heard out of line. That was a waste of my time.
Like, why did you do this to me?
It was only an hour and a half too, so you'll get through it. It'll be no problem.
Watch it. It's on Disney Plus. Disney, if you want to
If
sponsor
you want to be
us,
weirded out a
please.
little bit by Christopher Lloyd trying to be attractive, because all I see is a
Oh.
professor
That is
and
the,
Doc Brown.
that is the weird part.
Yeah, it was like they didn't even try to like spruce him up. It's straight up Christopher Lloyd. Like
Although-
they didn't try to cut his hair,
No.
give him nicer clothes. It's Christopher Lloyd.
It's Christopher Lloyd, and but also Christopher Lloyd pretty lean.
Oh, he's always been like that. Though.
Like I didn't realize it until I would rewatch this movie. I was like, oh, like I always knew he was like a tall, skinny guy, but it
Yeah.
was like, oh, you got some guns.
You know,
It's
they're not
good
those-
for him. Good for back then. I don't know what it is. I'm sure he's still wonderfully strong.
What if he's?
He's alive.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure I looked it up. Either way,
Google it.
so yeah, that's for the Google. Well,
And that was it. We saw some this week.
yeah,
So what are we? I don't know. I don't have a movie for you yet.
that's okay. We'll
So-
talk about it later. But
Yeah, because then we also have to. It has to be something that you haven't seen,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, or maybe something
I feel
haven't
like
seen.
I feel like we're gonna find a lot of those though, because we probably don't watch like the same genre
probably not.
of stuff. So I think
Yeah, we'll find some
we
stuff.
gonna find something. We'll find
We will.
something. Anyway, but thanks for
Thanks for watching.
sitting with us for 20 minutes.
Yeah, or whatever, however long this is.
Right.
Yeah, so if you guys enjoy this, make sure to tell us. Make sure to like it.
Oh, movie suggestions.
Give us
Take
movie
movie
suggestions. Yeah,
suggestions.
that's a good one.
That would be
And
cool.
make sure to subscribe down here, wherever down here is, wherever one gets that, or the internet gets that.
This is. I don't know if this is in the frame, so I'm gonna do it up here.
So join us next time.
I didn't think that.
So yeah, join us next time. Remember to, as we're gonna say at the end of every episode, believe in the power of movies. Later.
Bye.
Welcome back. Yeah. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, forever. The hearts of all thy flowers before thee.